I mean, this time last year I was a fucking wreck. I was so like... But I realised I wasn't heartbroken. Because I wasn't in love with him. It was a bruised ego. Very bruised ego. But I wasn't in love with him. It was just infatuation. So, that's my one up.
But I've also realised that in 2018, I haven't given enough, in a sense that I haven't given my time enough to the community that I'm part of. And this is something that I actually want to take forward, in 2019.
Well, I didn't know what to expect. But my main kind of worry, if you like, was how am I going to juggle this with work, with home life, family, so being a mum.
Honey's about my man who I realised I wasn't in love with. Obviously it was at a time where I was very sad. Do you know what, funny enough, I think I wrote it this time last year. The feeling is real, that's how I feel. It could be me, but it's not real. It's like, it plays along to the fact that it was like all in my head. It was more just wanting to be loved. Like kind of so desperately wanting to be loved and like enforcing that onto somebody. Instead of just like being like, love yourself.
I was particularly someone who took life a little bit too serious, in a sense that, hey, I need to achieve something by this, by then and that. But growing up, my mom wasn't feeling well for many years, so that put me in a mood, where, okay, I'm helping my father, I'm helping my little siblings, I need to achieve things, like I don't have time to joke about, to muck about. I just need to get from A to Z. That's it. That was the sort of mentality that I grew up with because of the personal circumstances that I was in from a young age.
Thought process was, as a TA, I always thought, sitting down in a classroom, watching other teachers teach, I could do that. I want to do that. I've always known that I wanted to work with children and make a difference, if that makes sense. I also watched my two eldest children go through their uni life, if you like, and studying hard, working hard. And leaving school at a really young age and getting married really young, having children really young, there wasn't that scope for me to go back to studying and to go to uni at all. So decided why not, as a mature student, let's do it. Everyone was really super proud. Like, I didn't have anyone kind of discourage me. Everyone was really super supportive, even at work. My family, I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. Especially my girls already going through that route. They helped me proofread the work.
Since last year, I've grown into my artistry. So beforehand was just a matter of like, I knew that I had a good voice and I wanted to sing. And I was just kind of singing over anything. Just like if I like the beat, I'll sing over it. But now I've got to the point where I've got a specific sound that I want to adhere to, which I'm still trying to figure out. So I feel like that takes time for you to find a sound and sit in it and like start to make music that really brings out like the beauties of your voice. There's a lot that takes you from being a singer to a musician. And it made me realise that I've got a long way to go. It made me realise I have to step up my game. I don't have the right work. I didn't have the right work rate. I didn't even have the right awareness of the game and how hard you have to work. And being around the musicians on tour and me seeing their struggle and hearing their stories of the years and years after years of trying for them to get to this point, and me kind of almost just like having Masego ask me to go on tour out of nowhere. And I hadn't really earned it. It made me realise that like I can't take it for granted. There's a reason I was there, and that reason was to show me what I need to do to get there on my own accord, and I realised there's a long way to go.
Throughout that year, I built much more trust, reliance on God. And alhamdulillah, that has helped me a lot, in terms of not overthinking situations, not thinking I'm some kind of like failure or that I haven't achieved anything. So alhamdulillah, in that regards, I'm much more happier. Like,
the one person that is the most proud, if that makes sense, even though everyone else is proud. I know that she was like, even as a TA, she'll be like, you know, my daughter's a teacher. I'm like, Mom, you need to stop saying that. She's like, I'm a teaching assistant. No, you teacher, you teach children. I'm like, yes, I do, Mom. She goes, that's it, you're a teacher. So for her to actually be there at my graduation would have been like the best thing in the world. You know, it's 3 months to